come down, some of those heavy rainstorms.
Yes, you have to push it further back because it'll just run down the steps. The overhang you could deal with, but you got to push the entrance further back over this way. So in other words, because you're going to get a great amount of puddling right here. And here's what happens on these old houses. For instance, there's a puddle right here. I guarantee it's coming in through this way and running inside the wall too. And that's how, because opening cracks. Cement isn't waterproof. You can see this area right here just puddles up. And really, the awning...
We could do, well, it's been done. Jerry put the concrete along there.
But that's not waterproof.
No.
And you got to dig all this out. That does nothing.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you know, when it rains, you need to do crack repair all on the outside here, because when it rains, you know this puddles up. You know, because of the way the landscaping is.
I proposed to the council several years ago about raising this up with concrete so it would run off.
Well,
away from there.
Well, what I would do, something, and it might not, because you got to figure you're catching all this too. All this is catching. Coming down this way, coming down this hill, puddling in here, and eventually you want to run the awning all the way out to here. And believe it or not, this is such a funnel that it's going to focus in this area. So it's eventually still going to have this. It's going to do a runoff and still. So I would do a drain or something also. Or if you want to simplify it even a little bit more, you could just put a drain system in right across here. You won't even be able to know it. Water will run right down into it to where all this water is going to come, run in, and I would like bring it over in this area.
You can handle it, but that's the thing about going down there to that drain down there.
No, you don't want.
Just French drains, and they clog up pretty easily.
And here, listen, you don't want.
They told me it was up on that door to that.
Yeah, you don't want, and that's why I said the drain right here. You don't want water being drained into the building just to be pumped back out. You want to stop it. Then you got a main structure crack like this.
Yep.
You got to dig out that. You got to rubber patch it. All this has to be dug out. Cement doesn't get it. You got to grind that out, and you got to use rubber patch, then cement. This is a stacked stone foundation. When they start leaking, it's hard to stop them.
Yeah, that's why we got all around.
And that's why I'm saying I know how to do this. And
blaming it on the drains being French drains.
It's the crack repair on the outside. Water gathering here, and it's just running down. Just run, yeah, exactly.
This is cooler.
So you got block walls, and what happens is it settles inside the block. And it's probably running, because you see all this is what's known as calcium buildup. The flaking, the peeling. Here's an inside, this is your structure crack. And it's not only going through the stone, but now it's coming into the block. So that's another thing. It could be leaking down inside the block. And we usually just, we grind all that out. We have to rubber patch it. We have to open it up at the bottom with little holes. Then we have to spray the inside of the block and clean it out. Do all the crack repair on the outside, because that's what's happening. It's running down in between the stone and the block. And that's why you're getting all that.
This is where they were most concerned.
Yeah. Well, the reason was, and this is what I'm saying, you got a ton of water trapping here in this corner. Even if it's only a little area like this, a little hole, it's going to find its way in.
And that's not the only place I'll show you.
You don't even have to show me. I could walk around and tell you every area it's leaking on this church, just from the outside, just by the way it looks. This is a big place.
So how do you get it to not come in on the outside?
A lot of crack repair. You got to do it the right way. You got to dig it all out, all lines, cracks. You got to make sure it's filled with rubber patch.
So like that little cement patch.
This little cement. The little cement patch right here, water puddles up there. What I would put in there is an open drain. A 3-foot open drain to where if you step on it, you're not going to hurt yourself. But because of the way the water gathers here and runs into it, you want it to hurry up and run into the drain and not puddle up right there and just run out into the grass, into a pit down in the ground. Just keep it away from there. It has to be open. If you don't put it open, you just cut the cement out nice and neat, put it in, waterproof it, cement it, put the drain in, and run it down into a pit. You don't want it to puddle up right there at the steps. Now, if you took the awning and ran it all the way out, but it still doesn't matter because you got this big open cement area that's just coming right to the front steps. So that's the only way. So as it runs down, you want it to run into the drain. You don't want it to puddle up. It's trapping right here. That's coming in right here. It's trapping right here. And it's probably even coming in around over on this side a little bit also because of the way it's trapping in this corner.
And across the whole wall.
Yeah, so, you know, it's a lot of crack repair and French drains on the outside. You got a lot of block area in here. You sometimes have to go in the block around the entire building. Then I'm looking at this mold growing all over the piano. I'm looking the way, it's called airborne mold. You got moisture around the whole perimeter of the building in the block. You need a French drain on the outside to control the water around the entire building. It's years and years of moisture coming through. The deal is, it won't be humid in here if there was no moisture. This is the coolest spot of the whole
When
building.
I was here last week, that door was so swollen, I could not open.
Yeah, it's moisture inside in here.
And
There should be no
Jerry,
moisture.
who is a big man, had to use his whole body.
Yeah, swollen up. It's too much moisture.
Like, I wanted you to look like.
I see it right here. This is bad, really? We shouldn't be walking through here.
I know.
Look at the doors. See the doors? Look how it's growing on the doors, right here.
Yeah.
It's because of the way the water is trapping around this wing of the church. Same. Look at this. See this? Now
That is
look.
like a nightmare.
Here you go. Here it is, right here. Look at this. Reason being, you got so much moisture down here is this pit. And what it does, this pit is designed to bring all the water in the building to be pumped back out. So all the drains that are around here are pumping water into here is the way they design it. And what happens, you don't want water to be pumped in just to be pumped back out. And it's the way the water's trapping. This has to be sealed off. This is drawing a lot of moisture. There's a lot of moisture coming up through here. This is it, right here. This is it. And then you're helping it with this. You're circulating some moisture now.
These people set up all the time to dry it up.
It's not helping.
You get some water on the floor when
And see,
when
from
a heavy
what I
rainstorm.
read, I thought things were being done wrong, so that's why I'm the alarmist.
yeah.
But see what they did here? They covered this up with tile. You didn't even look behind, and you can see it was crumbling.
I'm looking at all this. See all that? That's water in there. That's water inside the block and all.
But you don't cover this up with tile. It's crumbling wall. It's moisture behind you. I mean, like I had a heart attack when I came in and saw that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're bad back here too, the smell.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Here's another thing. You got pipes down here. Look, all this mold. You got pipes down here. When they heat up with the moisture, it's going to cause so much humidity down here. What you need to do is you need to start going through and spraying this whole entire place out with Microban inside. Because I guarantee you're sick. Something wrong with you. Irregular heartbeat, rash, headaches, flu-like symptoms, diarrhea, sleep deprivation.
You didn't mention loss of hair.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. Bronchitis, cancer, liver disease, heart disease. I'm gonna tell you now. You worked in here. You ain't been in this building.
Oh, yeah.
Guarantee you're in the building. This is bad. This is really bad. I ain't gonna lie. This is bad. You need, and I won't lie to you in church. I won't lie to you, period. All this needs to be plasticed off. You need to section this all off. Look at it. Look at it. That's blowing through. It's what?
The paint peeling is caused by...
No, it's all that black stuff around it. See how it's
They
growing?
probably didn't use the
It's that
right kind of
black
paint
stuff.
when they painted. Is what
No,
my
that's
guess would be.
mold.
No, like the paint peeling in the kitchen was
Oh
probably
yeah,
not the right
yeah.
kind of paint.
But when you have moisture inside of a vent, and it's not,
Putting that thing outside that I wanted to do,
When-
I had a clue, I don't remember what it was, you know,
When you have moisture,
when they said,
when you have moisture inside of a vent, that's automatically going to spread through your whole heat system.
Well, that's why I thought the air conditioning should be off.
Well, it's already a done deal. As you turn the air conditioner off, the mold's just getting worse. As you turn the air conditioner on and keep it cold, it keeps it down to a minimum.
Get in the vents there, and then you have to.
It's
clean it.
already in your vent. You're going to have to clean it anyway.
Oh,
It's
I
a
see.
done deal.
Okay, I
It's
see what you're
done.
saying. It's already there.
But you don't want the mold. It's getting worse and worse. The block's filling up. I mean, I'm feeling it. This is not good. I'm telling you now. It doesn't matter. You're sick. Something is not right.
That's what I said.
I'm
People
feeling it.
complaining of not-
I don't even want to be in here. I'm feeling it so much now that I'm starting to feel it more and more in my eyes.
Yeah,
And
no,
that's how when I know. That's how I know. And it's like when it's high levels like I'm feeling now, it's like taking a Xanax, one of those nerve pills, and that's the way I feel it in my eyes. This is bad.
so put this fan on there.
I would just turn the AC on. Turn the AC on. Keep this place cold as possible. All right, I'm gonna do a little write-up. I'm gonna have Melissa do a follow-up, call you, just go over the
Okay.
inspection.
Then you'll mail us?
Nah, we'll go through email.
Oh, email.
Through computer and all. We'll get back to you right
I don't know if you
away.
have my email address.
She has somebody's. We have all the info, all his info. If nothing else, they'll call you. They'll get your info if they need it. They'll do the follow-up, and
Okay.
they'll.
Should I call her and give her my email? Because I'm pretty sure she probably doesn't have mine.
If you want to call,
Because I run the soup kitchen, so I really want to know.
if you want to call, this is like a priority for a church. These secretaries are good at doing a
Okay.
follow-up. We try to do a write-ups instead of talking. You know, we'll try to educate you.
Well, I can call her and verify the email addresses she
All right.
has.
So what we try to do is we try to educate you, and so you have an understanding, and then we'll put it on paper, and basically everything that we showed you,
Okay.
talked about, from the French drain on the outside, how to clean the block on the inside, to getting down to cleaning the vents, the surfaces of everything.
Right.
You know, the whole
Because,
place.
see, that's what people have been complaining about. And so when they started saying, well, we clean with bleach and, it's okay.
That don't do
I read it,
nothing.
said, no,
No, that don't do nothing. All right, my vehicle's over this side. Can I go out that door right there?